Okay, your motivation in the scene is to act good. All right, you ready? And action! Where? All right, one more time from the top without the running away part. Actors. Hello filmmakers, Ash here, and welcome to Film It Yourself. You've spent a bunch of time planning out your film and you're now ready to jump into production. But before you do, here's some important steps to know that make up the production workflow process. The first step of production is an initial safety meeting with all the cast and crew present. This is typically where the first assistant director or director give any important safety information that might pertain to the day's shooting or any other important information that the cast and crew might need. Next is setup, makeup, and wardrobe. This is where the camera and lighting departments set up equipment, set designers set dress, and the cast gets into makeup and wardrobe. Also, pro tip, leave yourself at least an hour or two for this step, as it usually will take more time than you anticipate. After that comes a blocking rehearsal. This is where the director and cast do rehearsals in the shooting space and adjust blocking if need be. This is commonly done for the whole scene, but you could also just do it for one specific shot. However, I highly recommend you block out the entire scene first so your cast knows exactly where they need to physically be at various different moments in the scene. Once the blocking rehearsal is complete, it's on to shooting takes. And another pro tip here, it's actually perfectly normal to be running slightly behind at this point in the shoot. Sometimes you can hit a snag with your setup, or your rehearsal might take slightly longer than you anticipated. I find that even though I'm running behind schedule to get the first shot, I've usually made up the time by the end of the day. After each take, the director will give performance direction to actors or request technical adjustments from the lighting, camera, and/or audio crew. These two steps repeat until the director is satisfied with the shot. Once all of the shots for the specific location have been completed, it's on to wrapping. This is where the crew tears down any equipment, cast return wardrobe, and sets are generally cleaned and put back to the way they were before filming. However, if you have multiple locations in one day, then this is where you would do a location move. This is the process of moving the entire production to a new location and starting this process all over again. Pro tip here, by the way, never plan more than 2 location moves in one day because they will most likely take more time than you think. If a location move requires the entire production to drive to a new location, then I recommend allowing for at least 1 to 2 hours for each move, depending on how far away the location is. So now that you know these vital steps to a production workflow, you'll be sure to have a successful shoot. And if you want to make sure you don't miss a step, you can get my free production workflow checklist by signing up for my newsletter in the description below. Plus, by signing up, you'll be the first to hear about all things FIY related in a personal newsletter from me. So, we could be like pen pals, but on the internet. We just gotta think of a good name like e-pals, net pals, pen friends. I'm sure we'll think of something. All right, again from the top, and action! That's it. I just can't work with this actor.